A meeting of the minds planned for the business sector, the BPSU preparing for elections, and the nation's leader taking in a taste of Port Lucaya.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Shashina Rule. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news this evening, the Office of the Prime Minister exploring various avenues to stimulate economic growth on Grand Bahama with a special emphasis on entrepreneurship. A number of key players from the industrial sector are hoping to network with budding entrepreneurs to determine how they too can contribute to the development of the local economy. Megan Shepard reports.
Parliamentary Secretary and Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, Pakeisha Parker Edgecombe, announcing the Grand Bahama Business to Business Expo 2017, slated for Thursday, September 28th. Edgecombe says that the event will draw key players from the industrial sector as presenters, and all current and prospective business owners are encouraged to attend.
Here at the Office of the Prime Minister, we are keenly aware that in order for Grand Bahama in its entirety to move forward, the various sectors coming together to brainstorm and implement new initiatives, in addition to building on what currently exists, is essential. We believe that this event could not come at a better time, as there are many in our community who are quite capable of offering either products or services that will assist in the operations of these businesses in the industrial sector. We take this opportunity to invite persons who are hopeful of growing their businesses, and to an even greater extent, those that are interested in finding out how they can empower themselves in this arena.
President of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Ian Rose, says that he believes that the event will spark much-needed creativity and innovation in the business community. When asked about the current business climate on the island, Rose said that he is optimistic.
We've seen a trend, actually, since the hurricane. There are a lot of Bahamians who are applying for licenses, so there seems to be hope out there. And also persons obviously see the opportunities in various sectors and are taking advantage of it. We have not seen a tremendous amount of innovative ideas, and what we're trying to do is encourage it, offer incentives for those types of businesses as well.
Personal assistant in the Office of the Prime Minister, Raquel Hart, says that you can register for the free event through various channels.
You can call here at the Office of the Prime Minister at 352-8525, or you can email Naomi Wallace-Whitfield at bahamas.gov.bs. And so you can register there. We also have a Facebook page that you can go to. It's Business to Business Expo 2017, and you're able to input your information there as well.
The Business to Business Expo will take place at Pelican Bay, beginning at 10 a.m. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Well, a disappointing turn of events for residents in the West Grand Bahama community, as the only banking facility in that district is now closed. A notice posted at the Bank of the Bahamas in the Harbor West Shopping Center in 8 Mile Rock states that the branch is temporarily closed, and they're advising customers to visit the Freeport branch for service. Now, BOB customers who live in the West are not happy with this decision.
I said I'll cash my check today because I live in the West. I'll come to the 8 Mile Rock branch. When I came here this morning, I saw the ATM had some type of barricade over it. Seems like they're getting ready for the storm, so I said it should be open inside. And then when I came around, there's no one in there, and so I was like, I have to go in town, you know.
I was on the corner waiting to come to the bank, but now I realize now it's closed, so I have to go uptown.
Now, residents say they are disappointed with the sudden closure. They add that it is an inconvenience and puts many at a disadvantage.
We weren't notified that they were closing, so I don't understand how they do things in the Bahamas anymore. But when you come and you see it's closed, I guess you got to walk away and try to mind think it. If it's closed indefinitely, I think this area will suffer. I mean, because the old people need a branch just so they don't have to go uptown and be all stressed out when they get their monthly benefits.
I have my bank right down here. Instead of me just going uptown, I could easily just hike or walk up here just for the exercise.
Now, we contacted the area's Member of Parliament, Pakeisha Parker Edgecombe, who says she's not aware of the reason for the closure, but she says she is optimistic that the bank will remain a part of that community as it is essential. She notes that she hopes the bank will find it necessary to reopen in that area. Now, ZNS News has learned that the bank was broken into during Hurricane Irma and the ATM was damaged, and that may be the reason for the bank's closure. Still on news from the economy, some business operators say a taste of Port Lucaya is making a difference in the promotional initiative organized last month that seeks to attract additional business to the shopping mecca. Now, this past Friday, the nation's leader was among those taking part in the festivities. Our Megan Shepard was there.
The fourth edition of the A Taste of Port Lucaya initiative, a special one for the island of Grand Bahama, as the nation's leader, Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Hubert Minnis, was the guest of honor.
Personal assistant in the office of the Prime Minister Grand Bahama, Raquel Hart, says that while on island for business, the Prime Minister made a special effort to lend his support to the initiative.
We've been graced with the presence of our very own Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Hubert Minnis. And so tonight he is bringing his support behind the government initiative, which was aimed at bringing together community to support the economic drive here in the Port Lucaya marketplace area. And so we are very excited to know that the Prime Minister has come to endorse this program and so to show the support to the vendors here.
Now, while the Prime Minister did not issue an official statement, he did take part in dancing and even a performance with artist D-Mac. Other performances included Tabernacle Baptist Christian Academy, and the Bahamas Dance Theater. Hart adds that so far the event has been very successful in reaching its goal of bringing an economic boost to the marketplace.
It has been a smashing success over the last three events, where we've had a number of vendors who said they see a significant increase in their profit lines, which is good for us. And so we're continuing this effort. As you know, our Minister of State yesterday announced that we have our day sessions now because we've had cruise ships that have been rerouted due to change in itinerary. And so we're excited about what is going to happen tonight, and we have 3 more to go. And so we just want to encourage persons to continue to come out, continue to support Bahamian. This is our community. It's about coming together and supporting each other in order to see growth and development on the island of Grand Bahama.
Still Eat and the Platinum Nights Junkanoo Group were also a part of the lineup. A Taste of Port Lucaya will be held every other Friday through the month of November. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Well, the Bahamas Public Services Union gearing up to hold elections this week. Tonight, one of the candidates for the post of Area Vice President for the Northern Region shares his platform and is hoping for victory for Team Restoration come Election Day.
It is no doubt that this union is in need of rescuing. This election is the most critical in our union's history.
Northern Region Vice President candidate Alexander Burrows Jr. says, come Thursday, members of the Bahamas Public Services Union have a very important decision to make. In fact, he says it is one that will determine the future of the organization. Burrows says the BPSU undoubtedly needs to be rescued. He claims that there hasn't been one single audit in 3 years, and the membership declined from 6,000 members in 2002 to just under 3,000 today.
As you very well know, the membership under Mr. Pinder would have splintered 2 ways. We had in 2010 an exodus of the Customs and Immigration Department. Prior to Mr. Pinder's presidency, we had an exodus of National Insurance Board and the nurses craft. And so it is safe to say that the Bahamas Public Services Union is the fastest dying union in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
But he says Team Restoration has a plan to fix that. He says their aim is to fight for the protection of all workers, regularize contract workers, fight for paternity leave, and on Grand Bahama, negotiate with the Grand Bahama Port Authority to build low-income homes for members. And that's not all.
We will use the cost of living index in the determination of salaries. We will implement a competitive contributory supplementary pension plan. We will increase the BPSU retiree pension benefit. We will increase the members' emergency assistance loan. We will initiate an audit of all public service authorities and boards with the intent to have them addressed immediately.
The second-generation unionist hopeful says many members are optimistic about his team making the BPSU great again.
We are trying to bring about transformative and transformational leadership. We are now in the 21st century where we cannot rely on archaic means of negotiating with government. This government has shown us already that they are not going to be thinking inside the box. They are thinking outside the box. And so they have to meet their own adversary at times, okay, across the negotiating table to be able to be like-minded.
Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues in just a moment.